There is a book I constantly decipher and learn from. This book impacted my life significantly and still is. The book is called Tao Te Ching. Excuse my Chinese, we call it 도덕경 in Korea. It is known as the Book of the Way by sage Lao Tzu. The content and the message I share on this channel are what I've learned from Lao Tzu and other sages. Lao Tzu is well known as a wise philosopher who founded Taoism. But he was not just a wise philosopher. He is one of the highest level sages. His name was Li Earl. Lao Tzu means the old master. He had white hair since his birth, and that's why he's been called Lao Tzu. His title was 대상 노군, 타이셴 라오진, which can be translated as the Supreme Venerable Sovereign. It is his name in heaven, one of the highest divinities of Taoism. Because the context of Tao Te Ching is so deep, it's not easy to fully understand the meaning of the book. Hanja, the original character, can contain extensive and diverse meanings in a sentence, but when translated, it narrows down to a single path. That's why I try to decipher the original characters. For example, Tao is often translated as the way, but it actually has much more extensive meaning than that. Sometimes it can mean the way, sometimes it could mean the righteousness, the truth, sometimes it means the law, and sometimes when reading the Tao Te Ching, it feels like Tao just indicates everything. Tao Te Ching is one of the few books in which I see legitimate truth is coded, and every time it makes me contemplate somewhere deeper and opens a new door for me. I don't read much. I only read manga and ancient scriptures. But there was a time I read a lot. After that I just reread a few books over and over, including Tao Te Ching, because I feel like I have yet to conquer them, and I know I have a long way to go before I reach their states. These few days, I've been rereading Tao Te Ching to share it with you. I picked a few phrases that I related to my last video. It's from the 16th chapter of Tao Te Ching. This chapter is also called 귀근장, which means returning to the source. I'll read the Korean pronunciation of the original text and an English translation of Tao Te Ching. I tried to carefully select English translations that were close to the original meaning. And it goes like this. 부지상이면 망작 흉하니 Not knowing of the eternal leads to unfortunate errors. 지상용이요 용내 공이요 Knowing the eternal is all-embracing. To be all-embracing leads to righteousness. 공내왕이요 왕내천이요 Which is the way of a true king. The way of the true king leads to the heavenly. 천내도요 도내구라 물심불태니라 To be heavenly leads to the Tao. The Tao is eternal. Until your last day, you are free from peril. Lao Tzu explains the importance of knowing the eternal value in these phrases, and this awareness leads to the quality of the true king and heavenly life. I recommend contemplating the meaning of these words. If it's hard to understand, think about it over and over. Try to assume what Lao Tzu meant. I'll leave a whole of chapter 16 of Tao Te Ching on my blog. Also, I'll leave the link to my last video in the description. That might help you understand a little bit more about these phrases. The most important part is that even when you understand these books, it's even more challenging to implement this wisdom in your life. I'm also constantly trying and failing and trying again. This process is called 수행, which means honing your wisdom and spirit. and practice in life.